Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back and ready to start the new year with some new videos and, well, playthroughs and stuff like that to continue some of my playthroughs. I am officially starting with that tomorrow, and so keep an eye on what's coming up. And what have I been doing for my time off? Well, the first thing that I've been doing, right at the tail end of everything, was I watched The Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time was a really well done show. Somehow in the 90s, when I was a teenager and going to the library every weekend, I missed the books. I was also into a different genre back then, so it's I'm not surprised that it somehow missed my radar. I've never read the books, but I did really enjoy the show. I thought the show was really well done. And from what I've heard from fans who have read the books, they adapted it pretty well. So that gives me hope for Amazon Prime bringing Mass Effect to a series. I'm still very pessimistic, but it gives me a glimmer of hope. I still have a lot of concerns about anyone bringing Mass Effect to a live show, especially if they go the Shepard route versus a very different route, because there's a ton of different stories in the Mass Effect world we could go to. Like, for instance, the First Contact War. Me personally, that's what I would want to see. That's what I would watch. First Contact War. And a lot of familiar characters that are in the games are in the First Contact War. So I personally think that that would be extremely interesting. But Wheel of Time was really good. It was a really good show. I'm looking forward to season 2. I cannot wait. Very interested in what happens next. I also caught up on The Witcher season 2, I believe. Yeah, season 2. And I've been a fan of Henry Cavill since the Tudor days, back when Showtime did a show called The Tudors about King Henry VIII and all of his wives and stuff like that. And Henry Cavill played King Henry VIII's best friend, or one of his best friends, and whatnot. So I've been a fan of his ever since then, and I think that he does the role of Geralt very well, excellently. I just completely admire that. I also thought that he did Superman really well. So I'm a fan, and the show was really good. Definitely had me invested and ready to figure out what happens next. I played The Witcher 3 like 2 years ago. Um, so I'm a little bit familiar. I'm definitely a bit more familiar, but the show goes more after the books than the games. So, um, that leaves me with, oh, I want to know more. I want to know what happens and stuff like that, because it's stuff that I don't know. So I'm very interested. And that's pretty much it for like TVs and movies. I didn't really watch a lot of TV during my time off. But that was pretty much what I watched. And then I read some books. I'm really into classic literature. I read modern literature, of course, but classic literature is just a favorite of mine. And Jane Austen is one of my favorite, like, all-time favorite authors. And so I've been trying to catch up on some books that I haven't read from her that didn't involve college reading. um, because I was first introduced to her back in college, years ago. So yeah, I'm a fan. And then I just started a couple days ago reading another classic author that a lot of people haven't heard of, but apparently she's one of the pioneers of Gothic romance. And her name is Anne Radcliffe, and I'm currently reading the book, The Romance of the Forest, and I'm very interested. It gripped me in within the first couple of pages, so I'm very excited to read this book. So that's it for books. Now we go on to games. The first game that I played on when my break started was The Sims 4. I really enjoy The Sims 4. I get very, very entertained. I do get bored after a while, you know, because it starts to become mundane. But generally speaking, the characters that I make are pretty entertaining. I transferred from Xbox. I played on Xbox for years, and I was real hesitant to switch to PC because that costs money. You know, that's a lot of money for all the expansions and stuff like that. But I got lucky with their sale. They had a Christmas sale, and it was a really good sale. So I got the base game deluxe for like $6, which was awesome. And then a couple, I think 1 or 2 expansions, and then a couple of little minor things. And then I also got gifted from a friend a couple of things. So I have a Ghost Hunter character who, that is really funny because I basically put her in a haunted house where she's like constantly scared and doesn't get a lot of sleep, and she ends up becoming like a sort of a psychic kind of, and then a ghost hunter. So that's been fun. And then I made a vampire. I have a vampire on Xbox. I got her pretty far, but the vampire that I just started, she's technically not a vampire yet, but she will be. She's been a lot of fun. And I have a witch who is also just a blast. You know, you go through this little portal and it takes you to this like Harry Potter-esque type of world, and you learn spells and you practice with wands and you do magic duels and stuff like that, and it's really, really funny. And I know on Xbox when I played with her, I was practicing spells and she froze herself. That was really hilarious. Like, I just get the biggest kick out of my Sims doing the craziest, stupidest things. So, but so far my favorite one has actually been my Strangerville character, because Strangerville, I guess, is a newer expansion, and I haven't seen that one. I haven't played that one before. So and it starts with you investigating a science lab, and there's a secret room, like top secret, and there's weird things going on. And I got her into that secret room, and I'm walking her through it, and I noticed all these things in the air, but I didn't know what they were, and I just kept walking her right on in, and she started acting really crazy. And it was the funniest thing. Again, I get the biggest kick out of my Sims doing the craziest things. Like, it's just funny. So, The Sims was a great way for me to just, you know, unwind and just chill and have some laughs. The next game, though, that I got really, really into for pretty much the entire month of January, and I'm still playing it, is ESO. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. I basically grinded my main character until I got her to level 50 champion. I was super proud to finally get her to champion. I had played ESO on the Xbox all during like 2020. So, you know, when we're all home and locked in our houses, I was playing ESO. And I never got to level 50 champion. I never got that far because I got way too overwhelmed with the game. You know, because there's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of stuff to do. But this time I went to PC and I decided that I was going to start with just one character, get her through, blah, 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 got her to champion, and then I started all of my other characters. I still have 2 more characters to start, but I have to unfortunately buy the character slots. And I don't have that right now, so that's gonna have to wait. But I have my orc, who is a 2-handed warrior, and right now she's got a wicked looking scythe that she uses as a weapon. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. And I have my Khajiit, who's going to be total stealth, total thief, I got her in the Thieves Guild. I'm planning to put her into the Dark Brotherhood. I think that will be a very interesting storyline. I don't actually know a whole lot about the Dark Brotherhood. Like, I just learned more about them in Skyrim, but I still don't know a lot. And so that's going to be fun. And then I have my Necromancer, who is a Breton. Fun fact, I just learned recently that Bretons are half human and half elf. And I am very interested in that. I am definitely invested in learning more about that, which we will with the new expansion that they're coming out with in June called High Isle. I will be posting my reaction / discussion about that in a couple of weeks on YouTube, so, you know, keep an eye out for that. But I'm very interested in that. I'm actually tempted to pre-order it, and I'm still debating on whether I should or not. But anyway, I also have my High Elf, who I plan to turn into a vampire, because I had her as a vampire on the Xbox, and that was fun. That was very interesting. My favorite character that I have a lot of fun with is my Redguard, who I turn into a werewolf. That is so much fun. I absolutely love the werewolf skill line. It's just so much fun. And then, of course, I have my Nord, who is, you know, doing the whole Nord stuff. I got hers. She's sort of my Snow Queen. That's what I call her. She's my Snow Queen. And then, of course, later on down the road, I plan to start my Argonian character and an Imperial. So those are the two that I don't have yet. But I will. Anyway, I've had a blast. I now finally, as of last night, I have my Wood Elf, who is my main character. Her name is Alina, and she is a Warden Archer. She's been a lot of fun to play. And I officially have her as of last night to champion level 211, and I'm super proud. I'm super happy about it. And that's what I've been doing. I did start my Mass Effect 2 playthrough, and so look forward to that. That's coming up this week, beginning with the Prelude, which is going to be the interactive comic, and then we'll be posting, you know, then splitting it up with some Dragon Age, and then Mass Effect 2 Premiere, and then Kingdoms of Amalur this week. So look for that coming out this week, and we'll just go from there. I have a pretty good schedule set up for the month, so it's going to be pretty consistent and steady. And that's pretty much it. That's where I am. How has 2022 been treating you so far? Let me know down in the comments below. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you and welcome to my channel. And I look forward to seeing what the rest of this year brings all of us. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys again. Leave a like if you will. It helps the algorithm. Leave a comment, please, if you would like. Follow. Hit that bell for notifications if you want. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.